How is it going, guys? Slippery Jim here. Welcome back to Hardcore RLCraft. So in the last episode, we actually fought our way down to the bottom level in the final loot room of a roguelike dungeon tower. Unfortunately, it didn't have any magma blocks, which I know that some of them can have in the bottom level. So that was sort of one of the main reasons for doing it. So I guess we'll have to either try a different type of roguelike dungeon. There's a few different kinds, and hopefully one of them has magma blocks, or we can just go to the nether, which is the option that I'm leaning towards. But we spent so much time down there that it's now mid-spring, so it's not so important that we sort of work out our freezing cold issues. We got a little bit of time to work with now. Spring's fairly mild. And this right here, guys, these 5 backpacks are all of the loot that I got from the roguelike dungeon. So I'll just show you guys quickly here. There's some random loot in here, including some slime balls, which I desperately need. A couple of gas tiers as well. We actually need 4 gas tiers and a nether star to make a regen ring, which is something I really want to make. So we also got 4 wither skeleton skulls. So we could potentially make a wither statue and fight a wither for the nether star. And then we just need 2 gas tiers, which we could probably get from Ice Villager trading. We also got a creature part here, the Spectre Tendril, which is a base part. And these Lycanites creature parts you can actually forge into weapons, tools, and stuff like that, which is really cool. I definitely want to get into that at some point. We also got some other things here, just random stuff. Over here is the blocks that I got. So we got 19 blocks of coal, which is pretty awesome. Some soul sand, some emeralds, all this sort of stuff. 46 diamonds as well, which is pretty nice. A whole bunch of leftover potions here that I didn't use. So I went through a lot of the healing, regen, and health potions just so I could survive the dungeon. And these are the ones left over. There's even stuff like here, like coffee. I don't even know what that one does, but I like my coffee in real life, so I'll take that. We got some glowing ingots, some ravaging ingots as well. Here's all of the enchanting books we got. Some of these have multiple enchantments as well, which is pretty awesome. So we only got a couple of mending ones, which I'm going to actually take out of there. A sharpness 4, which is pretty nice. Sharpness, all different things here. Scope. Let's have a look at this. So that's by the Switchbow mod. That sounds kind of interesting. Might actually take a look at that. And advanced feather falling, all sorts of stuff here, which is pretty cool. Aqua affinity. Some really interesting ones like Lunar Blessing. Deals extra damage and applies blindness if it's night and lesser if it's day. So it still works during the day a little bit by the looks of it. That's pretty cool. Envenomed, sharpened 5. Life steal, which is a real good one. Infinity, all this stuff here, it's all good. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take that infinity. Why not? Where is it? I've got a lot of arrows already, but we'll grab that. And in here, we've got all the enchanted like armor and weapons and tools and stuff like that. So these have some random enchants. I can disenchant a lot of these. I can only take off the first enchantment, unfortunately. But some of these have like some pretty useful enchants on them, which is pretty cool. And I also got like one of these Eldritch Blades, which is a named weapon which comes with sharpness, unbreaking, and mending. And they're sort of the main important ones to get, really. So that's pretty awesome. And this one here, I've actually got a better one over here, which is sharpness 5, unbreaking 3, mending. So if we compare that to my sharpness 4 mending education, it doesn't have the education, but it's actually better than this sword right here. So I thought I might actually use this. And yeah, I didn't look at these as being actually useful to use until I started looking at them once I got them back to base here. Yeah, and look how much heart dust we got. We've got 52 heart dust and 12 heart crystals, which is pretty awesome. Got an enchanted medikit, which is really sweet. 64 torches left over. We went in with about 10 of these real torches from vanilla torches. We lit the whole place up pretty much and still came out with 64 extra torches, which is just awesome. Going through there, by the way, I found these bandages are one of the better ones. These ones here are not very good. They only do 30% of health over 60 seconds, which is a really long time when you're fighting. And these are next to useless. Like 1 heart is not great, let's just say. These are really, really good, but kind of rare. And these bandages are really, really good. So quite like those. I mean, the cheap bandages we were making before, these ones right here, these are still pretty good. But you have to stop and like go into your heads up display to actually use them. Yeah, so I'm going to put some of my blocks of coal in here. And we also have some heart dust and heart crystal that we already found. So what I'm going to do here is just craft all of this into heart crystals. That'll give us 21 heart crystals, which is enough to make 2 extra heart containers. So once we apply these at the cost of a little bit of XP, we should actually get a couple of extra hearts of health on some of our body parts. Unfortunately, it looks like it's put it on our arms, feet, and legs rather than our head and our body, which is pretty much the only important body parts. But the other thing that happened is all of my armor that didn't have mending on it got completely destroyed. So I did use a couple of pieces that we picked up just as fillers to fight through the dungeon. But yeah, we're going to have to craft some more diamond armor. Right now, I actually have enough into defense to make the Tide Guardian armor, but I don't have any of the items I need to craft that. We need to hunt some sea serpents and some sirens to be able to get the materials for that. And I also want to start putting points into attack to try and unlock dragon bone weapons, which would be pretty sweet to get. So now we have mending and protection 4 on those, and let's put a protection 4 on the chest as well. So protection 4, protection 4, protection 4, and mending on all of these, which is pretty nice. So this suit of armor should last pretty much forever, unless we die, of course. Then it disappears with the rest of the world, basically. And the sword has already got mending on it as well as unbreaking and sharpness, which is pretty cool. The bow, I think we need to make ourselves another one of these just so we can repair it. So let's do that real quick. Have I got an unbreaking up here? I think we can actually buy it in the village here. It's one of the oh, there we go. What was that? Unbreaking 3. Yeah, it's one of the enchants we have in the village that we can buy it. Unbreaking 3, which is pretty handy. But we're just going to whip it off this iron chest plate here. So what we want to do is unbreaking and scope. And then I want to put the power on that as the first enchantment. And then the infinity scope. Scope, unbreaking 3, infinity. Oh, I've kind of messed this up actually. Oh, well. So, yeah, this has got scope on it now, which should be interesting. Oh, look at that. Holy crap. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Does that actually help? It's pretty weird. I wonder if there's a way to zoom with that. Like, it doesn't seem to actually give me extra magnification or anything. Oh, well, you got to try it once, right? We can always change up our bow. These are super cheap to make. We've got Curse of Possession and Lifesteal. I want to put those on my sword if I can. Enchantment cost 9. Okay. Well, we can get 9 levels pretty easily, and I'm going to show you guys a little bit of what I've been doing between episodes. I haven't been doing a whole lot, but One thing that I also want to do is I want to add the manuscript pages to the bestiary here. And this is the Ice and Fire bestiary. So it's different to the bestiary for Lycanites, which is this one here that tells you about the creatures that you've discovered so far. The Ice and Fire bestiary tells you some like crafting tips, combat tips, how to like breed things, all sorts of different things. It's really good. So what we actually need for this is we need 2 wood and we need 1 book. And we can turn these into a lectern. And then with the lectern, what we do with this is we place that down and you put the bestiary in there. And then you can basically put in the pages of the manuscripts that you've found and actually get those to be entered into the bestiary. And every one of these manuscript pages unlocks a new chapter in the book on a particular ice and fire creature, or it could be like the ice villages and stuff like that, along with the different tips and recipes and stuff. So in this case, we got blood alchemy, a little bit about that. So it talks about harvesting dragon blood using a glass bottle, and then you can apply that to dragonbone weapons and get either the ice or the fire effect, which is pretty cool. So yeah, and the more that we add, the more information we get. It is pretty slow. So I'm probably going to fast forward or cut past this little section, and then we'll come back and take a look at the bestiary with all of the manuscript pages in it. I don't think I'm going to have enough pages quite to completely fill out the bestiary, but we should be able to get most of the chapters unlocked here. Okay, the last page is entered. So you can see all the different chapters we've unlocked now in the bestiary. So let's take a look at this thing and see what we can find out about some of these ice and fire mobs. So we've got pages on gorgons, tame dragons, hippogriffs, amphitheres, blood alchemy, fire dragon eggs, death worms, pixies, ice dragon eggs, trolls, wormer, I think that is, cyclops, cockatrices, my old arch enemies, stymphalian birds, hippocampi, ice dragons, and dragon materials. And there's a few extra chapters that we still have to get unlocked. But yeah, let's just read about the cockatrices, because I really want to learn more about these guys, since they're pretty much the bane of my existence. At least they were early on in this playthrough. And I don't know too much about them. So it says, the half lizard, half fowl appearances of the cockatrice might not be as terrifying as that of a troll or death worm, but that does not make it less deadly. This beast can prove to be a formidable enemy to those who encounter it whilst wandering the savannas of this world. Although the cockatrice can strike prey with its sharpened beak or slice with its talons, the beast possesses a far stronger weapon, its vision. If one's eyes lock those of the cockatrice, their soul will start to wither away. The cockatrice can kill prey very quickly simply by gazing at it. In order to protect from this attack, potential slayers of cockatrices may want to craft protection in the form of a blindfold. Huh. Okay, so that's actually super cheap and simple. If either the cockatrice or its prey is blinded, it will be forced to use its weaker melee attacks. Cockatrices can be a good supply of wither bones, which they drop on death. Although they inhabit savannas by nature, there are other ways for cockatrices to appear in the world. Very rarely a chicken can lay a rotten egg. These eggs are of little value to a farmer as they cannot be prepared into food. However, when thrown, there is a very rare chance to spawn a baby cockatrice.
March of the Gorgomites!
What the heck?
Crawl.
Okay, we got an event. We'll read a little bit more about the cockatrices in a second, but I wonder what kind of creatures we're going to be getting here. I've got my full set of armor on. We might need a little bit of, let's just put some of this stuff away here. We might need a little bit of, actually I wanted to put that curse of possession on real quick here. I didn't have enough XP, did I? So hang on to that. Yeah, we need some meds. I don't have a lot here, actually, but, what else have we got? We've got these med kits, I guess. I don't really want to waste those. Let's see. We got one of these. Yeah, we'll grab that. Okay. Yeah, let's take a look. See what we've got. Much. Oh, okay, these things, okay. I don't think these are a big drama. Especially with this sword now. This sword is pretty beast mode, actually. Is this all we get? Usually there's like 2 or 3 different kinds. Where are you? Okay, he's glitched underneath the ramparts. I don't see too many. I wonder where they spawned in. There's that guy down there. Oh, there's a couple down here somewhere. I think. Yeah, down here. Oh, we've got a feather falling now, right? Bam! Sneak attack. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Vengeance. Yeah, the vengeance mobs are pretty nasty because when you hit them, they have like a thorns type effect. Let's just heal up a little bit here. Let's go back around if we can. I'm loving the jump height, by the way. Put my night vision back on. Okay, you die. You die, you die, you die, you die. Another one somewhere? What's going on here? How are you hitting me? Okay, we need to heal up again. This one with the special skills was really making a pain of itself. I've got to stay out of the ocean. There's a lot of nasty stuff down there. One of them dropped some sort of weapon. We'll check that out in a second. So yeah, that was a fairly easy event because some of the events are actually pretty intense. But so far we've had some easier ones, fortunately. What are we picking up here? We're picking up stone and sandstone, and we got an iron flanged mace with advanced smite 1 on it, and an iron katana. Let's take a look at this thing. Oh yeah, pretty awesome. But I think I'll stick with my eldritch blade. Look at all the creatures that come out at night down there. Oh shoot. Oh, this is bad. Die. Why did I fall down here? Oh no, this is super bad. Oh crap. Crap. Oh man. Oh boy. I thought I was gonna die for a second there. Yikes. Let's get back. Let's get back to our let's get back inside where it's safe. Teleport. Where are you, buddy? Oh shoot. There we go. Alright, we survived another event, so that's pretty awesome. Yeah, got a little bit sketchy there when we dived into the ocean. We are going to have to be diving into the ocean pretty soon to try and get some sea serpent kills, but I did put, yeah, I put respiration on, right? So that should help us survive a little while underwater. Alright, now we were reading about cockatrices, right? And I just want to finish that section. So it says, rotten eggs. When thrown, there's a very rare chance to spawn a baby cockatrice. These cockatrice chicks imprint on the thrower of the egg and will serve them for life. If either the cockatrice or its prey, a tame cockatrice, I think they messed up a little bit there with that first sentence, but a tame cockatrice can be made to sit, follow, or patrol by interacting with it with an open palm. Feeding the creature's seeds will heal it. They can also eat rotten flesh off the ground. Tame cockatrices will also fight to the death to protect their owner. Wild, hostile cockatrices can also be tamed, albeit in a more dangerous manner. By continuously staring at the beast, it can be broken and made to serve its better. The best method to do this would be to trap the creature, then look at it for short periods so the capturer's soul does not wither away. Cockatrices will naturally protect any chickens in their general area. If any being targets a nearby chicken, with the exception of the cockatrice's possible owner, they will immediately attack. A cockatrice's greatest enemy is any weasel-like creature. These small animals could easily kill a cockatrice with just a few bites. I don't know what this is talking about. I don't think there's weasels in this mod pack, but it's kind of interesting. So, in between episodes, I'll show you guys what I've been doing, actually. It's still nighttime right now, so maybe we should sleep through the night real quick. Yeah, I'll show you guys what I've been doing. Let's just leave the bestiary over here for now until we get more pages to complete it. Did I mention as well that it's now mid-spring? It's been so long in the roguelike dungeon that it's like winter is gone now. Pretty much all of the ice is melted. There might still be a little bit. Some areas, I don't know, like there's still snow over there. A little bit of ice over there. I should probably get some ice cubes actually. But anyway, I'll show you guys what I've been doing between episodes. I haven't done a lot, but there's actually like 3 different animal farms within the city here. So I went through and I think it's this way. I went through and I actually bred up the animals as much as I could without going too crazy. So through here we have a chicken farm. Back here, right? So I've been breeding these guys up, as you can see. I just walled it off a little bit and stuff like that. And so we can get feathers or, you know, chickens whenever we want here. But also, they've also been laying eggs, which I've been putting in here. And we actually got 2 rotten eggs. So it said there's a rare chance for a rotten egg to spawn a cockatrice, but we might as well give it a try, right? And see if we can get a cockatrice pet. That would be pretty awesome, actually. Oh crap. Where'd you come from? I'm not supposed to be here? There's a torch right there. Weird. Anyway, I should probably put some hoppers underneath here or something like that. And hopefully I can get auto collection going with the eggs, but I haven't got around to doing that. Getting quite a few regular eggs, but I guess the actual rotten eggs are fairly rare. So eventually I do want to get myself a pet cockatrice, because cockatrices have been the bane of my existence at the start of this series, at least. And I want to harness their powers for good instead of having them to be like completely evil through the whole pack. So looks like we're mostly getting just normal eggs here though. Oh, did we get another? No, we didn't. I think these are just all regular eggs. Beautiful fresh eggs. I guess we can cook with those or something. I'm not 100% sure what you can do with eggs. Let's just take a quick look. Egg. Dragon egg. So we can make pumpkin pie, we can make cakes, we can make carrot cake. Fried eggs. Huh. We should try that out, because they could be a good food source. We'll try out a few fried eggs. And I'll show you guys the other farms as well. I think I've lit up all of these lamps now. There were a few I missed actually, but hopefully I've got all of them by now. I also replaced all the heads on these scarecrows with the jack-o'-lanterns, so it's a nice super bright light source. And all of this has grown back now that it's springtime, so we could get... Actually, let's get some XP, because I wanted to get enough XP to be able to put another enchant on let's just replant this super fast. So you can see like it's a really handy source of XP just if you're missing a little bit of XP for whatever reason. And I think back, where is it? Over here we have a pig farm. Unfortunately, I didn't have many carrots, so I'm just growing a little section of carrots right here. And I fed them a couple of carrots because there was originally like two or three pigs in there, so we can get a few more of those going. But I wasn't able to go too crazy with the pigs yet. There's also some cows in here. And these guys just take wheat, obviously, so I've been able to breed these guys up a little bit. There we go. And, yeah, we should have an easy source of leather, milk, all that stuff from these once we get a few going. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I did between episodes. Yeah, it's shaping up well. I'm actually quite liking living in this city. It's pretty nice. The lags, there is a little bit of lag, but it's kind of bearable, you know what I mean? So I don't mind it too much. It's a really, really nice city. I really like this spot. But what we're going to be doing next is we are going to be just trying to get a cockatrice real quick. We've only got 2 eggs, so probably our chances are fairly slim. But I also want to start a mine so that we can go down and mine down to bedrock. The main reason for wanting a mine is not to get diamonds or coal or anything like that, although that's going to be a side benefit. But it's because we can actually find some of this heart crystal shard, which I believe occurs down at the diamond level. And we actually find heart crystal ore, which gives these shards. And right now we've got 2 extra hearts, but we can actually get a full 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, full 8 extra hearts just from those heart crystal shards, turning them into canisters. And after that, we can get more hearts from, the qualities that we get on our baubles and stuff like that once we start leveling those up. So, what was the curse of possession I wanted to put onto my sword? So basically what that means is now we can't actually, it can't be removed from our inventory, you see? We try and drop it, it's just back again. So you can put it into a chest and it stays there, right? But it can never leave your inventory. So if a sticky mob tries to take it off you and disarm you, it will not be able to do that. So that is really, really cool. All right, let's try out these rotten eggs real quick. I don't think our chances are very high, but we can always try. There's 1, 2, yeah. So I'm going to have to try and get more of those to try and make a pet cockatrice, but we can try and fry up some eggs here as well and see what kind of food this will give us and if it gives us any buffs or anything like that. Because this could be an easy food source as well. Fried egg. Doesn't really tell me much. Okay, I can't eat it if I'm not hungry, so that tells me it's probably not a buff food, but it'll be interesting to see how good it's going to be, like, as far as food saturation and stuff like that, I guess. We'll try it out. Smite, advanced smite. I might put these over here. I'm going to sort all this out, actually. I made a whole bunch of trap chests here, so we can actually put these down, and I'm going to fill these up and label them, stuff like that. You'll notice I saved this space specifically for more chests, because you need a lot of chests in this mod pack. There's no real storage system, unfortunately. And actually, I'm going to need a few extra chests and items as well if we're going to do a mine. I think we have everything that we will need right now. Probably a little bit too many, a few too many ladders, but it's all good. So where I was thinking of making this is like right here, maybe in this area. I might actually widen this a little bit. See what's behind here. Wow. It's back here. There's like a little secret passageway going on back here. This might be the outside wall right here. Yeah. That would be the outside wall. Let's patch that up. Interesting. Maybe I'll put a torch right here so stuff doesn't spawn back there like kobolds and whatnot. So we'll probably go like here. That's pretty cool. That wooden bit there looks a bit out of place, but I'm not going to be staring at the ceiling. I'm not going to be staring at the ceiling too much. Let's be honest. Let's get rid of this. And what we want is basically a little area like this. And then I'm going to have a hatch. Like that. And we'll just wall off the rest of this. So, yeah, like this. I wonder if I need to put another oak beam in there. I think that'll be okay like that. So let's put a torch like there, I guess. Put two of them there, why not? Spare no expense. I might get rid of that one actually. Put that there. Hopefully that's still lit up properly. All right. That's looking nice and tidy, all right? And this is going to be the start of our mine. So what I would usually do is I would usually just have like an angled mine shaft going down at like 45 degrees straight down to bedrock. But because we're kind of like... I wonder if we should try and tame that thing. Just give me a sec here. I don't know if I can make any aquatic... Let's see if we can make some aquatic treats real quickly. Pretty sure it's fish. I need to throw some stuff out here. Yeah. Let's try this out. I've got the ability to breathe for a long time underwater right now. So, how's our health looking? Pretty good. We're gonna go down and we're gonna try and tame that thing. Oh shoot! Crap! What the heck, man? What the heck? Oh boy. It felt like I was taking a lot of damage there, but actually I'm not too bad. Let's just heal up the head though. Stupid vampire bat thing. Die. Oh man. Yeah, I really want to tame that thing over there. That green looking thing. Let's see if we can... Oh crap. Get tamed, you. How much is it gonna eat? Oh, there we go. Okay, now we just need to get out of here. I think we got it though. Whew. Well, there's a lot of those bats, guys. This is bad. Get across. We gotta get across. Shoot, 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 shoot. Out, get out of it. Oh boy. It is all happening right now. I'm so glad I've got protective on all my armor pieces. that shark looking thing, now it went through all of my treats except for one. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, come back. I don't know if, I think we bound it as well though, right? In the rush it was like, oh yeah, here we go. This is a verdant one as well, which is semi-rare. It's pretty awesome. We got a green shark, a roa. So now we have an aquatic pet, guys. We can actually put a saddle on him and ride him around underwater. It's gonna be pretty good. Just sleep through the night. Get rid of all those bats and whatnot going on. Oh, what's this over here? You die. Oh, shoot. Oh. I think that was a special... I think that was a special creeper right there. He wasn't just a normal creeper. He was doing something, some special skill stuff. Boy, that was pretty crazy though. That was pretty crazy jumping in the ocean at night like that. I did want to get that semi-rare rower though. That was pretty awesome. Maybe I should build a bridge across the land. What do you guys think? It's probably a good idea, right? Because it's kind of a pain getting across here. If we're going to end up staying here, and I'm starting to think to lean towards this becoming a permanent base, but the one trouble I have with this is there's not a lot of areas for a larger animal farms and stuff, but maybe we don't need it. We'll see what happens anyway. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. But all right, so we want to get a spare saddle, probably some armor, and an extra chest. All right, give you a chest. So he has double the inventory of the rocks, which is pretty nice. And then give him a saddle. I guess we could craft some pet armor, but you find it pretty commonly. Let's have a look here. Pet armor is two leggings, helmet. Maybe it's not too bad. I kind of want to keep those though, and I don't think I've really got many diamonds. How many diamonds have I got left? Pretty much used them all up, didn't I? Yeah, we'll figure something out for his armor later on, but let's get back to what we were doing, which was our mine set up here. All right, so what I'm going to do, keep in mind, guys, I do have fire resistance. So digging straight down is not as big of a no-no as it would normally be in most scenarios with Minecraft. So what I'm going to do is we're probably going to end up digging vertically down like maybe about 30 blocks, and then we're going to build a little room there with our stuff in it, with our chests and whatnot, and then we're going to start building a main wide shaft 45 degrees down to bedrock, probably in this direction here. So what I'm going to do is just dig this, dig that out, and I'm going to put a piece of glowstone in there like that. And then we are going to start digging out our mine shaft. So I'm probably going to fast forward this section right here, or cut to the end of it. I'm not quite sure which, and we'll come back when it is completed. Okay, we are back, guys. So I've finished my mine shaft down to bedrock here, and it looks pretty good actually. It should work pretty well. So The idea is that we're going to be expanding out from the diamond level, and if we set our dragon's eye here to diamonds, we might even be able to identify which level that is at. So if we keep staring at the side of the mine shaft here, hopefully we'll be able to see some diamonds if they're nearby. Just there, see that? Down at kind of this level, I think. So yeah, we could dig like straight over to those diamonds and harvest them if we wanted to, but maybe I'll wait until I've got some more enchants on a decent pick before we do that to get the most out of them. But that kind of does indicate what level they're at, like right there. There might be some on this side as well if we stare at the wall long enough, they might show themselves. But one thing that I do know is that right here, I actually stumbled across a little bit of the heart crystal ore. So we might actually mine that out real quick. Just get all that goodness. We got 3 out of that. So it looks like you get 1 heart crystal per... Oh, there's another one over there actually. We got 4. So yeah, we got 1 heart crystal shard per heart crystal ore, which is, it's pretty cool. And we're hoping, hopefully we're going to find more of that sort of stuff as we go through and start using the mine and branching off and stuff like that. So basically what I'm going to be doing is around about this sort of level, around this sort of level, down to probably even bedrock, because you can see the diamonds are down at bedrock there, almost over in that direction. I'm going to be forking off into side tunnels and down here as well, heading back this way underneath the staircase and up probably, and we're just going to be searching around for some more of this hard crystal shards, and anything else we can find is going to come in handy as well. So we've got room for expansion down here. As we branch off, I'm probably just going to use the lit torches instead of these permanent ones, and that way we'll, you know, because we're not going to need to go back into the mine shafts that we've already explored for resources, if you know what I mean. I've also got a clock here that we can put up so we know what time of day it is when we're down here, and that way it lets us know we can sleep if we need to heal up without using any healing items. So right now it's night time, day 102, and kind of early evening. So yeah, we now have a mine shaft ready to go, and up here is the sort of the mine shaft utility room where we've got water that we can get for our canteen right here. We've got some chests we can stick stuff in, some furnaces to cook stuff up in here as well, and all that good stuff. So let's just chuck some of this out here. Probably going to take a little bit of this stuff up top with me. Let's take a little bit of that, and everything else is fine. I'll probably, have I got any spare picks here? Let's have a look. I'll put a spare pick in here as well, like that. Yeah, but yeah, this should serve us pretty well. I've got a season clock up here as well. So it's actually late spring now. Time is flying in game here. Add another clock there. So yeah, it should work out pretty good. Oops. I don't know if we can close that. Yeah, there we go. Now there is one other thing that I want to make real quick before we end this this episode, and that is a fishing hole, basically, where we can safely fish in an efficient way. And the reason I want to do that is because fishing is probably one of the best ways you can get mending enchantments in this mod pack. And I don't have any mending enchantments left. I'd really like to put one on my bow here. Although actually now that we've got infinity, we can't put mending on here, but I could make another bow. But also there is an advanced mending out there with one of the mods in this mod pack, and that can actually go with infinity as well. So if we manage to find that, it'll be pretty good. Oh, We just need a couple more of those and we can get another heart. It's going to be awesome. But yeah, essentially, let's get some materials together for what we're going to need here. What else? What else will we need here? Let's just try one of these fried eggs out here. We're going to need a fishing rod, so let's make one of those up. Unless I've got one. I don't think I do, though. So yeah, we'll make a fishing rod. We're just going to make a vanilla one. Actually, we probably need to make a couple of them. Should be something like this. Now there is some, I think it's called advanced fishing or something like this, like that in this. Yeah, advanced fishing. And this does introduce a whole different range of fishing rods you can make, like diamond fishing rods. There's even like, there's a blazing fishing rod that you can fish in lava with and stuff like that. But I've found the best thing, the most practical thing is the wooden, the regular vanilla wooden fishing rod. Unless you're going for some of these specific advanced fishing fish, which I've found are not that great for getting resources with, personally. Okay, I think that's everything that we will need, unless I have forgotten something, which is, oh yeah, that's right, we need an iron door. So, hopefully I have enough. Hopefully I have enough iron left for that. I'm not sure what the recipe is here. Yep, that's it. It's a good guess. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we only need one of those. And yeah, we should be good to go. So, where I was thinking of making this, have I got my, I should have all my tools on me, axes and whatnot. I'm going to grab some extra blocks, actually, just to be on the safe side here. Yeah, I'm not really going to know which blocks I need until I get there, actually. Let's grab some of these. So yeah, we'll work that out. We'll work out what we need when we get there, because I can't remember the layout exactly of the place I'm going to build this. And I thought that we would actually set it up on the ship here, because this can be like a fishing ship back here. I thought that would be pretty cool. Maybe even in this room here. Let's just have a quick look down below. Down below is a little bit cramped, actually. Actually, we've got a ton of chests I could have used back here. Let's put a torch there. It's a little bit dark in here. Yeah, I really like this ship. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. A little bit dark though. Just light it up a little bit more. That'll do. It's not going too crazy. I'll probably put a door on this at some point as well. But that's okay for now. So yeah, I guess this is the captain's cabin here. And this is where we're going to set up our fishing spot. Let's have a think about how we're going to do this. So I probably want to have... Can I chop this? That's really weird. Doesn't want me to break it. Wow, okay. Yeah, that was, okay, it's a slab, but still, I don't know why, I don't know why it was super tough to break like that, but, what we want to do is we want to have one of our chests there, and, we want to break this one as well. Okay, that one's broken. We're going to put another chest. Let's come in here. Yeah, we'll put another chest there. And then we're going to want a normal block over here. Actually, I'm just wondering if I might be able to get away with that slab there, and it could still work. We'll figure that out. But what we're going to want to do here is we're going to want to put one of our hoppers on the chest like this. That going into the chest. Then we're going to want some of our blocks. I probably should have brought some temp blocks, but we'll probably have the spot like right there. And then we're going to have another block on top of that. That's where we're going to have one of the ladders. Like that. We're going to have another ladder there to get onto it. And let's break that one. And then we want to have the iron door like right here. I don't think that's going to place actually that slab right there. I might have to make myself a slab. So we'll come back to that. Now we're also going to want a block here and a block right there. I don't know if the bricks look quite right for this this ship right here. I probably should just get some straight out planks. Just so it looks right, you know what I mean? So let's go back and get some of those. Okay, where were we? We were looking at this, so wonder if we should use these in this section like this. Except that's not going to go there, is it? Unless I chop this block out here. Is that going to look weird though? I think that'll look alright. So I'm going to chop these two blocks out here. Alright, you know what? Forget about chopping out that block. Instead, I'm just going to leave that suspended there. I don't think it'll look too bad. And we'll put some of this down here like this. That's all we need. And basically we want to have this here, not quite like that. We want it to be like that. Yeah, that'll be okay there. Then we just have a tripwire there. Yeah, that's sort of okay. And then I think we'll put the glowstone right there. Because we want this spot right here to be super bright so we can see what's going on with it. The rest of this though is going to be glass. So let's just see if we can place this. There. That doesn't actually need to be there. And then at the back here. You don't really need this back one, but I find that it just helps. Because otherwise, what can happen is you're in the wrong position. You guys will see what I mean, hopefully, when we start using this. the other thing that I find can happen is that the fish can fling out behind you and not get picked up by the hopper. So I'm just going to break this as well. And I might put down an extra hopper. Okay, so we'll have a hopper here as well. And that's designed to basically, while you're standing in here, because what you're going to be doing is standing in here fishing. And sometimes the fish can fling out this way behind you or where you're standing here and not go into this hopper. So this is the idea with this is that the fish are going to go into this hopper here, but we'll have to see how that works. This is a new idea that I've just had now that I want to try out. All the other blocks essentially are in place except for the string. Let's put the string on. And we want to have our item frame. And we're going to put a fish in the item frame like that. And we need to have our bucket of water. Like so. So that's basically the completed fish setup. Fishing hole setup. A lot of people use this setup to AFK fish, but in this mod pack, you can't really AFK fish without getting killed. So, playing hardcore, we really don't want to get killed. And what can happen is you can get fish spawning into that single block there, like the Lycanized fish. And I'm talking about not just the little fish, but really big monstrous fish, like this guy down here, believe it or not. Yes, that's right. Those guys can actually spawn into a single block of these guys right here. These can actually spawn into a single block of water inside a device like this and try and chew your face off. So you can't really AFK fish. Hunger and thirst are not too much of a problem because you're not moving around while you're sitting in this. But you do have to be aware of the fish that are going to try and chew your face off every now and then. And I'm talking like every 10 or 15 minutes they'll actually spawn in there. But the other thing that we're going to want is probably a couple more hoppers. I've got a few chests there, but I really need to make some more hoppers. It was kind of a last minute idea to put that hopper at the back there. Yeah, and the other thing that I think we might try to do here is just try and get a decent fishing rod. We could actually reforge one of these because all of the fishing rods we got are pretty crappy. So if we put some wood in here, there we go, we got a lucky one. I'm fairly sure that the best you can get with these fishing rods is lucky. There's nothing above lucky, as far as I can tell. And I've tested it quite a lot. I went through a lot of wood trying to work out if there was like a legendary or masterful version of the fishing rod, but there isn't really. Okay, so what we want to check out is just down below here. And it should be around this spot right here. We want to have a hopper coming down and another chest. Let's see. Just below this. If we do this, let's see. It's a chest right there. Like that. And then we can do there into there. Does that solve the problem? I think it does. I think it does. Because then we can go back this way with another chest. Just to give us more capacity, basically. Do that. It's a little bit of a weird setup, but... Alright. Now I really want to get some hatches built for these. But that's essentially the fishing setup completed. And we're going to test it out in the next episode. But it's pretty much completed. So when we come in here, we're going to sit here and we're going to fish. Fish off this little single block of water. Anything we catch is automatically going to go down into this chest, which is going to feed down into the other chests. And if anything flies out the back here, it's going to get caught by this hopper and go down into the same chest system. So yeah, that is where we're going to leave this episode for today, guys. I hope you're enjoying this playthrough of Hardcore RLCraft. We'll come back in the next episode and test out our fishing setup. Hopefully we can get some good enchantments and a lot of mending enchants out of it as well. That's really the main reason that we're doing it. You can get a little bit of XP out of it, but it's nowhere near the XP you would get just by doing battle towers and stuff like that. And then we're going to be looking at hopefully going to fight some sea serpents and get ourselves a brand new set of armor, which is going to be the Tide Guardian armor. So yeah, it should be pretty cool. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Slippery Jim out.